Growatt offers 3 to 22 kilowatts THOR Smart AC EV charger with socket and plug-in version. 230 watt of 3 and 7 kilowatts model for residential application, and the 400 watt of 11 and 22 kilowatts model for public and residential application. Therefore, Growatt THOR EV charger can cover the full residential and commercial scenarios. In current market, most AC EV charger is standard model without any solar integration. Compared with this traditional manufacturer of EV charger, Growatt has strong background of solar energy, and we can combine the solar and EV together to allow to charge your EV with 100% renewable energy by surplus solar power. Maximize the benefits of your solar system. Users can remote control and monitor the real-time charge status, the charged capacity, cost, charging time, current and voltage, etc. And the charging strategy can be customized through multiple working modes like fast mode, off-peak mode, PV leakage mode. Also, Growatt EV charger supports the remote firmware upgrade. Besides, our app can provide overall data analysis, like the data of the total charged capacity, cost, and solar self-consumption rate if you enable the solar mode, which will help others to understand their exact charging activities. Growatt EV charger also provides the overall protection to guaranteed operation safety and reliability, such as lighting, over temperature, earth leakage, short circuit, overload and over-under voltage protection. It also has built-in 6 microampere DC fault current protection, which can help the users to save the additional cost of installing a DC RCD device. In the EU market, THOR EV charger is highly flexible and compatible with all branded EVs thanks to its attached Type 2 charging GAN interface like Renault, Tesla, Nissan, BYD, BMW. For Type 1 charge connection, Growatt can offer a charging cable to switch Type 2 to Type 1. Growatt EV charger is compatible with different branded PV system to charge your car with surplus solar power, and it needs an extra meter in the grid side to monitor the power flow. So how does it work? When the solar power is sufficient, and the solar system will provide the power to loads firstly, and the surplus solar power will start to export to the grid. Once the meter detects the surplus solar power exporting to the grid, it will send the signal to the THOR EV charger. The THOR EV charger will start to charge your EV automatically with a dynamic surplus solar power. Growatt EV charger also support different ways of charging activation, such as plug-and-play mobile app RFID card. THOR EV charger provides flexible communication by LAN, Wi-Fi or 4G times for different application scenarios. Default model is Wi-Fi version, also with LAN port. Comes out with regional scales if users need 4G version. Multiple working modes make it possible for users to customize their charging strategy. The first mode allows the EV to be charged at maximum power coming from a renewable energy source or simply from the grid. Specially designed for quick charging if you are in a hurry, and it supports multiple control strategies of the timer, charging capacity, charging budget, etc. The off-peak mode is used for the market where it has multiple step electricity price. Once enabling the off-peak mode, the EV charger will automatically charge the EV when it is at off-peak, and stop charging at partial peak or peak time to reduce the electricity bills intelligently. PV linkage mode is a creative and important mode with an intelligent algorithm to allow us to combine solar and EV. So once users enable the PV linkage mode, when the solar power is sufficient, it will provide power to the loads and they charge the battery. If the battery is fully charged, and the THOR EV charger will automatically turn on and use a surplus solar power to charge the EV. Also, please notice that the solar system cannot enable the zero export limitation function if enabling the PV linkage mode of EV charger. The THOR cannot read any information of surplus solar power. The manual boost function is only available based on PV linkage mode and is useful if users arrive home with an almost empty battery and want a quick charge to the EV to ensure enough energy for a short trip. So, how does it work? Once enabling the manual boost function, the THOR will charge the EV at max power, fast mode, for a set period with solar and grid power. After that, it will turn back to PV linkage mode. With this feature, users can guarantee their EV's battery capacity for a short trip if the solar power is not sufficient. For example, if users get back to their house at 10 a.m., once the car is connected, the EV charger will start to charge the EV with the surplus solar power. However, the solar power is so weak that the charging power is small. At this moment, users could enable the manual boost function from 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. After that, the EV will be charged at max EV charging power with solar and grid power, and turn back to the normal PV linkage mode when it finishes. The Smart Boost only available based on PV linkage mode and off-peak mode, and it guarantees EV's battery capacity before a set time even the solar energy is insufficient or off-peak time is short. The Smart Boost will enable to charge the EV with a target kilowatts-hour figured by a set time. It may draw the power from the grid to guarantee the EV's battery capacity when the solar energy is insufficient. For example, users wish to ensure there is enough charge 20 kilowatts-hour in the EV to go out at 10 p.m. and the EV has been charged by surplus solar energy during PV linkage mode with only 10 kilowatts-hour of charging accumulated. Because you activated the Smart Boost, then the THOR EV charger will automatically boost the charge to the required 20 kilowatts-hour by 10 p.m. The load balancing function is designed for users' hours that have the fuse inside the main panel with limited current drawing from the grid. The EV charger can read the incoming power to the house with an additional meter. Then the EV charger will adjust its charging power dynamically according to limited home power, and always charge your car at the maximum charging speed without triggering the power limitation. THOR EV charger also can be one part of the Growatt system. Growatt integrates solar, energy storage, EV charger, water heater, VPP interface, and IoT devices based on AI and big data to increase a household's rate of PV self-consumption, help users to enjoy a smart and comfortable life. All the IoT devices can work intelligently under PV linkage mode to boost solar self-consumption